Gets in cruise control on you. You know, up 11, they concede the game. Jeremy Grant, great game. All right, there we have it right there, man. Detroit Pistons, man, moved to 6-18 on the season. They win this one 122 to 111 over the Brooklyn Nets. They moved to 14-12 on the season. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now. Not sure exactly when KD or how long KD is going to be out, but I mean, they're going to have to find an identity soon. They're going to have to figure out what type of team they want to be. Today, we'll run down the quick stat lines real quick. We had Kyrie Irving with 27, 7 assists, 2 rebounds. Only 1 turnover today. That's not too bad. We got James Harden with 24, 12 assists, 6 rebounds. James Harden with 7 turnovers on the day, not taking care of the ball. I mean, second chance points are going to kill you against any team. All right. But for the most part, that's really all you got. I mean, Shamet gave you 10 off the bench. Bruce Brown, very solid game, man, with 8 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. But he did have 4 steals. So defensively, I've always said that this team is much better with Bruce Brown in the starting lineup. But he plays the same position as Kyrie Irving. And you really don't want to run with both of those guys in for too long, because then that makes your lineup a little too small. So yeah, it looks like they're trying to aggressively pursue defensive players. They recently signed Norvel Pell and Noah Vonleh. Again, these are two guys that they're okay defensively, but they're not going to change the culture of this team. Those are just simply role players. All right, let's go to the Pistons stats, man. Jeremy Grant, big game, 32 points, man, plus 10 on the night, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 22 from DeLon Wright with 9 assists, 4 rebounds, only 2 turnovers, plus 15 on the night. Sadiq Bey came in with it dropped 15. Josh Jackson came in, dropped 13. I mean, it was a very diverse attack, man. And even when you go to a guy like Plumlee drops 14 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. I mean, that's a great stat line when you're getting it from the others. All right, this is a game where Blake Griffin actually played bad. He only had 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, in 31 minutes of action. But we couldn't even, you couldn't even capitalize on that. All right, when we look at the percentages, again, another common theme. Look at this common theme in their losses, especially when they lose to bad teams. They allowed Detroit to shoot 56% from the field on the night. That is extremely high. They shot 44% from the 3-point line. All right. When we look at the stats from the Brooklyn Nets. Now the Brooklyn Nets didn't shoot. They shot a good percentage as well. They shot 50%, but only 35% from the 3-point line. So this is what I mean when we say in the live chat, all it takes is for the Brooklyn Nets to have one off offensive night, and they could potentially lose that game to anybody. I don't care who it is. If their 3-point percentage is off by 5% on any given night, they're probably going to lose that game. They only win games when they're shooting above 40% from the 3-point line, which that happens with most teams, but you shouldn't have to shoot 40% just to win a game. They're trying to outscore teams. They're trying to outpace teams. They're not necessarily trying to manage and win games the right way. When you disrespect the game of basketball, when you try to play and you're trying to run this 7 seconds or less offense, with this particular team, you're really doing them a disservice. This team doesn't need to play fast. Your scoring in the half court should be unstoppable with James Harden and Kyrie Irving. I don't know. I don't get it, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this video. What do you think of the future is for the Brooklyn Nets? Can they bounce back from this? Also, let me know what you think about the short clip at the beginning of the video when I played that situation between James Harden and DeAndre Jordan. Now, if I'm being honest, that to me just looks like general communication between players. And sometimes your voices can get raised. You can say things louder and more aggressive than normal. That happens in the ebbs and flows of the game. I don't really dive into it too much, and if I led you guys on with that to where you actually believed I did, then I do apologize for that. But I don't know. Let me know in the chat, what are your answers for this defense? Is it player? Is it personnel? Is it somebody that they can sign? I mean, it looks like they're filling out this roster very fine. All right. You know, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 guys on the bench. You got KD out. I think you got a couple more other guys with injury. I don't think that they're using Chris Chiozza much. I don't think they're using Tyler Johnson enough. I don't think they're using Timothy Lowu-Krabarat enough. They're definitely not using Bruce Brown enough. They're relying heavily on their stars, and their stars are unwilling to play on the defensive side of the floor. That's the dilemma that they're facing. So, my prediction, again, I got to stand on this prediction for the Nets, a second-round playoff exit. Yeah, that's just the unfortunate reality of how they're playing right now. Now, they may go on the next stretch of the next 50 games or whatever and look astonishingly great. I will change my opinion at that time. But as it stands right now, I just don't think they're good enough. Hey, but it's FYF Sports, man. It's been another great podcast episode. Make sure you tune back in tonight, man. We're going to be going live. All right, we're going to be going live at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you smash the like, hit the subscribe, and definitely hit that notification bell so when we drop all those notifications when we're going live, you don't miss it. Now, I've heard a few people say that they have not been getting the updates when the videos go live. All you have to do, if that's the case, is follow us on Instagram. All right? Follow us on Instagram. Y'all see it right here on the screen, FYF Sports Debates. Just follow us on Instagram. All right? We drop notifications for videos 30 minutes to an hour before any video or live stream drops. If you want to stay in tune with the channel, irregardless of the YouTube algorithm, irregardless of if our content is getting pushed the right way, doesn't necessarily matter. But you got to find a way to get those updates. And the best way to get the most accurate updates, follow us on Instagram. All right. But you know what? From what I see, on my end, from what I see, it looks like the notifications are going out fine. So I don't want to be too quick to blame YouTube just yet. I don't think we have those types of problems. But we got to do what we got to do to get this sports media and news out to you guys. Hey, but it's been another great podcast episode. I'm looking forward to the nice live stream. We're going to chop it up on the Brooklyn Nets and a number of other topics. But until then, it is FYF Sports.
Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is. I be getting to it, ain't wasting no time. Walking straight in, we ain't waiting in line. Fuck your feelings, you don't care about mine. You a YouTube gangster, don't be yelling out slime. Or you talking LB, talking Ticket TV. Ain't nobody watching them, all the viewers be sleep. 5 years in, all your subs is your friends. Ticket TV, watch your cars again. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is. All know, shop don't close, working 24, trying to make the channel grow. Look at them, pointing fingers, hating on the low. You can't compete with our podcast show. Couldn't make it in the league, so we got on TV. Crying by LeBron like a little baby. You must be crazy, trying to ever play me. Or you super tough until it's time to say cheese. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck